Okay.
Good. We are live.
All right.
We are live on the Desirable Voices. Another edition, another episode, the May edition. And today, I have someone on the hot seat. I have someone on the hot seat. Today's topic is a special topic that is close to my heart. Yes. So, you're welcome once again to the Desirable Voices. Before we go,
Thank
if you have anybody that you think that this topic is important to them, I think you need to go back, share the link, tell somebody about this show. Because this topic tonight, we're not just going to learn, we are going to be in the picture. It's a lesson that we all are passing through every day of our life. It's something that women are going through right now. Some people don't have the voice that some of us have. And most of us have gone through that process too. And there's somebody out there that feel like, I don't think I can do it. I don't think it's possible. But not knowing that there is a way out of it. So share it with somebody that needs to hear it. Today I have on the show Miss Dorcas. Welcome to the show, Miss Dorcas.
Thank you very much, Ms. Umi. It's a pleasure to be here on Desirable Voices. I feel very happy
Thank,
to share from my experiences.
thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. So let me give you guys a brief before I will introduce Miss Dorcas to you. Let me tell you what happened. In 2024, I wrote some topics down and I felt like, oh, this is what I want to do for 2025. That was for the show, was to begin last year. Yeah. But I didn't start earlier. I didn't start earlier. So I keep picking, I will look at the topic and I will just say to God that I need somebody that God wants to come to this show. I don't want to pick people randomly. I just don't want to use my knowledge because this is not about me. This show is not about me. It's, it's a mission, it's a vision that God has given to me. So I wrote names down, topics down, and I said, God, I need somebody that will take all the topics. Thankfully, when it gets to this topic from fear to freedom, how to speak up and own your voice, I wrote Miss Doctor's name there in 2024. Then this month, I was praying. Then the Holy Spirit said I should get a book. I need to write something, and I got the book.
Hmm.
I just got the book that my hand got that I can just hold at that point. I opened the book, and the first thing I saw was when I opened it was the topic and our name. So I just said, "Oh, this is what you're trying to tell me." Now I understand. So today's topic is not just we're not just here to waste our time. We're not just here to just speak for the sake of speaking. Because I believe that our world is changing life. Either we know it or not. Either we believe it or not. Everything that comes out of our mouth, our life is a life of impact. Somebody that has met us, somebody that has have encounter with us, they have at one point or the other have one experience that have turned their life around, even without us knowing. So today, let me introduce to you again Miss Dorcas Vincent. Mm. She is an educational strategist and a certified teacher with expertise in learning disabilities, inclusive education, and teacher development. As an advocate for African Dyslexia Organization, she works to raise awareness and improve early identification and support intervention for dyslexia and other learning differences across Africa. With a background in human resource management, she combines instructional skills with organizational development to design training and capacity building programs for teachers, caregivers, and school leaders. Our focus is on practical tools, inclusive policies, and evidence-based methods that improve literacy and support diverse learners. She is driven by the belief that every child deserves equitable, psychologically safe education. She champions educational reform through advocacy, public speaking, and collaborative projects aimed at transforming how African communities address learning disability. So, with me today is Miss Docker.
Yay.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Mizumi. I was so attentive while you were reading the profile, and I was like shocked. Is it me you're actually reading about? But then there is always that prayer. They will say, in my place, they'll say, may we not know our worth. The reason why
Yeah.
they say that, by the time you begin to know your worth, sometimes you might begin to feel proud, in quotes, but then sometimes too, we need to actually mention it, say it how it is, to be able to recognize and identify ourselves. Thank you very much, Mizumi. And I want
Good
to
to have.
say it's a very big privilege to be on this platform with you. You are someone I've admired so much, even closely and from far. You know that very well. Yes, you are someone that no matter how little it is, you make that significant impact in a life that you move closely with. So thank you for
Mhm.
having
Thank
me.
you. Me blushing. Ah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Miss Dorcas. So
It's a
let's
pleasure.
go straight into the business of today. If you are just watching this is the first time you're encountering this show, or this is the first time, or somebody sent you the link and you're just seeing it, please subscribe, comment, and like. Share with your loved ones. Share to somebody that needs it. Never can tell. You don't know who needs to hear the word that we have today. So, Miss Doctor, when I send a message to you about the show, what was the first thing that came to your mind?
Well, actually, I I was like, what is it Mizumi has seen in me that made her feel okay? Maybe I have overcome the challenge of not being fearful. That makes her feel okay. Have I attained a level where you would say, okay, this person has freedom to speak up, or this person owns a voice? So I was also curious, and I was, well, she must have noticed something. And then there are also antecedents with me that could make me also quickly reach a conclusion that, okay, maybe these are the things she saw. Yeah.
All right. You're actually right.
Mm.
So I think
Okay.
when I was writing the topic, I just feel like who is that person that is bold, that will speak up,
Okay.
and you have that attribute.
Okay.
Yes, the first
Wow.
time I met you, the first time I saw you, for those of you that don't know, we've worked together. We are still working together. So the first time we were in a
Okay.
meeting, and as a newcomer, somebody is picking up in that kind of environment. I was like, wow, who is this one? But no
Okay.
matter where we are, we need to stand out. And I think in every aspect, you stood out in every area. Your voice is there.
Wow.
If you're in a place,
Wow.
your voice speaks volume.
Wow.
Yes. Sometimes we meet ourselves
Thank
in an
you.
environment, I'll feel like, this is how they do here, or don't let us say anything. But you're still going to say your mind, no matter what happens. Your
Okay.
mom will say,
Okay.
let me just say it. Nothing will happen.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
that is good to, something must have happened. You must have passed through a process that will make you feel like You can't dim my light. What's there to? I need to talk.
Mm,
There are so many people that have gone through that process that they cannot even say things. It might be psychologically, it might be anything. It might be trauma. I found myself, I said, this topic
okay.
is dear to my heart because
Mm,
I was at a point in my life. Maybe let me just say, when I was in primary school, I was bullied and I could not talk. It's
okay.
not if I don't know, I was bullied. Why was I bullied? Because in class, I will not say I'm the most brilliant. I will just say my parents had gave us opportunity for us to have extra class. So whatever topic they are teaching us in class has been taught. So when I come to
Okay.
school, I know it. All my friends get the same mark with me, but there are some set of people in this
Okay.
class. Then I was in primary five, six or thereabout. There are some set of people in the class, and they were like, "Oh, what's the show off for?" And the guy came, he beat the hell out of me and said, "If you dare tell your mommy or anybody, you see what I will do to you." And that thing stood with me for years.
Okay.
Even though I know something, I cannot speak.
Okay.
I can just say, "Body, let me come, let me teach you, let me teach you." But when everybody is there, I won't be able to talk.
Mm,
It got to university. I was like that till I got to university. Even out of university, when I started working as a teacher, I feel like, what if I talk and they don't like it? What is saying?
mm. Are you there? I think the network. Oh,
Hello, can you hear me?
sorry. Okay. Currently, I can, but for some seconds, I
Sorry, a
couldn't.
call came in
Okay.
and disrupted
Okay.
everything.
Sorry
So,
about that.
so at a point in my life, I just feel like, but I can do it. Have you ever been in a situation where there is a project and you said, "Don't worry, I will do it, I will do it." And on the same day, I did a project, come and talk. Not because I don't have the words to say, not because I cannot stand with people and talk, but at that point, the trauma came back. It was as if, what if you say rubbish? What if you do this? What
Okay.
if the doubt was still there? So, and I know that so many people have gone through this stage too. They're afraid to talk. What if I say it? What if they go against me? But there's always a breakthrough. There's always a time when you need that thing will break. I remember when my own decided to break. I went for a training. My foot sent me on a training. Then when I went to the training, the topic was I pick a topic. You can pick any topic that you want to go for, any lecture you want to go for. Then I saw public speaking. I went for that public speaking. Then where the speaker was talking about different things that will not make people speak, share your experience for the first time in a large audience. I stood up and I
Okay.
said what I went through, how it happened in the primary school. I was tearing up. I said it, and that was the end. All I needed was to say it out, was to
Mm,
speak up, and that was the end. So, Miss
mm.
Daughters,
Okay.
so can you really tell us the journey that shaped your voice today? I think I've said my own.
Okay.
Can you tell us the
Yeah.
one that shaped your voice today?
Okay. Thank you, Mizumi. Well, sometimes there are some attributes we have that sometimes they are inherent. You wouldn't
Yeah.
even know you have that. Uh-huh. So growing up, I was actually not a very vocal child growing up. I remember that vividly. But I could see my parents, there are people who, my dad is very vocal, my mom is vocal. So they have this belief that there is nothing coming from up, that there is no space for on the ground. You understand? And then
Yes.
they will always say it has. They even say it in Yoruba that it is only when it has not arrived that you say there is no space for this thing. When it arrives,
Mm-hmm.
you will make space for it.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
So
yes.
that belief, yes. So that belief made it as in, I don't know how the courage came, but something significant that I'll say, okay, happened to me. That I'll say from there, I started to realize myself that, okay, I think there's something in here. I started employment very young. I paid employment teaching, actually. I started at a very early stage in life. So the first school I worked in, I just joined them. I didn't even know anything about it. I just joined them. Then we're having a general meeting. The consultants came from Kaduna. The school in Abuja is a big school. So the consultant came, was giving briefing about how the school has worked, as in the kind of profile we have, a lot of things they have done in the past, and all of that. You know, people were feared the consultant. I didn't know
Mm.
from where I just stood up, Mizumi. Time to talk, I raised my hands. And then when I would speak, I was under 20, as in to see how young I was. Maybe I was 19 thereabouts. I finished my NCE and started to work as a teacher. So when I stood up in the meeting, everybody was like, this young girl they just employed. What will I say to the consultant? I said, sir, with everything that you have mentioned to us, I think you need to give us a clear roadmap on where we are headed. Because all what you have just said now, it just seems like we're living on past glory.
Hmm.
I said it, I didn't even know what I meant. Like, how everybody, the owner of the square button, like somebody could stand in a meeting and then say we're living
Say
on
this.
past glory, like the consultant was shocked. Even I that said it, I was
You
shocked that
mentioned.
people said it like that. So that statement from me changed the tone of the meeting. And afterwards, I just saw that I said it. I said it, but that is the truth. It's just, where are
Yeah.
we going? You can't just be telling us about it. And I said I've said it. So there was actually no consequence negatively for that statement. Rather, I would say it was a positive consequence because just everybody started putting eye on me that what's this lady made of? And in a very short period, I got called for an interview in another school for teaching as well. I went there, and when I went to the other school, I told them, I'm working at so place. This is how much they are paying me. If you can pay me this amount, I'm coming to your to your place. You know how we teachers are. Then the people agreed to pay me. Now, I'm going to where the positive consequence is.
Yes.
So, when the people agreed to pay me, I reached out to the school. I said, I cannot continue. I'm sorry. I got a better offer. And they asked me, how much
How
is
much?
the better offer? Within 2 months of work, Mizumi. So how much is the offer? And when I told them what the difference was, the owner of the school said, I'll pay you, don't go. And
Wow.
that was how
Wow.
I saw that part. Yes, that was how I saw that
Mm,
part that,
mm.
okay, speaking, it was that incident that sets this record for me at that place of work.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you for
Yeah.
free, Mizumi, in that school, within a short period, I'm now saying stories of the past as well. But
Mm-hmm.
that school, I rose to become the head teacher of that school
Wow.
in a short period of time. In a short period of
Wow.
time. So that's a
Wow.
positive
Wow.
consequence of when you speak up.
Yes, you know.
So it started,
Mm,
maybe let me say, somewhere around that time. Thank you.
mm, mm. Thank you so much, my daughter. Thank you. Thank you. Sometimes
Yeah.
you need
Yeah.
you just need to say it.
Yeah.
Some people will feel like, oh, if I say, what if I get sacked? What if I lose my job? Those
Yes,
are
there
the
is
those
that
are the
fear.
what if. Yes, those are the fears that we have. hey, this job that I'm trying to manage. What if they sack me? There are so many things
Yeah.
I will not want to say on this life right now. But the
Okay.
doctors will
Yeah.
understand.
Okay.
What if
Okay.
what if I will lose this my job? Those are the things that make people
Mm,
to not talk in places of work.
mm,
But
mm,
let's look at it. What about family? What about I remember when I was sharing what happened in my primary school. Then I said to myself, why didn't I go home and say to my mom that, Mom, this is what happened. Somebody said I should not tell you this. Why did I not say it? Why did I not go home and tell my mom that somebody tried to bully me?
mm.
But we are from African home. Unintentionally, I would say our parents bullied us.
Okay.
They bullied us into not talking, into not speaking
Silence.
up.
Okay.
Yes, they bullied us into
Mm,
shut your mouth. It's not everything you see that you say. Those kind of things. At
mm.
your age, you are talking too much. And those you are talking too much,
Yeah.
there are skills they don't know, they don't discover they know. I remember when I
Mm,
was in primary, I said the story that my story happened in primary six. When I was in primary three,
mm.
somebody tried to bully me and I told my mom. My mom came to school to come and beat the boy. She
Okay.
came to school to come and beat the boy. So just imagine somebody in primary six now. In my thinking then, I'm a big girl. If I go home and tell my mom this happened, then she will come back to school again. You know that kind of thought. Then she will come back to school again and
Okay.
disgrace me. Let me use the word disgrace. Because at the time you feel like my mom is coming to defend me is like, why are you disgracing me now? I just told you so that you will know. You understand that kind of thing. So most of these things happen because of our background sometimes. Our background says keep short. It's not everything you say. Even though we see that even though our parents are telling us you can do it, they are telling us we can speak up. There are some
Yeah. Yeah.
actions that will make you to say, don't let me say this one. No. If I will say this one, everywhere will scatter. You understand that kind of thing as a child.
Okay.
But speaking of is still important. It's still important. So, Miss Doctors, I'm going to move to the next question. So as I was thinking about what you said, I'm feeling like what was the expression of the consultant when you said such a statement? The expression will have been loud, like, where did they see this small girl? Are you there? Hello? All right. Miss Doctors, are you there?
Okay. Yes. Right now, our
All
network,
right, all
how
right.
it goes.
Yes,
So,
yes. And it's
uh,
raining. So,
yeah.
so can you remember a moment when fear held you back from speaking up?
Actually, if we're going to structure this conversation, I would even want us to even look at what fear is.
Hmm.
We just say fear, you're afraid. Yes, let's look at what fear is. You are afraid, but sometimes you're unable to define it that this is fear.
Yes,
Because
yes.
even science has made us understand that our body cannot differentiate between fear and danger. Okay? So
Hmm.
and danger, the brain interprets it as the same thing. So fear is your brain. It's an activity in the brain that predicts loss. It predicts
Hmm.
loss or danger. Thereby, it now starts, in order to prevent that loss or danger, your brain now starts reducing you, making you
Wow.
small, making you unfit for that situation or for the context. Your brain starts telling you, if you do this, these are the things that is going to come out of it. So you might lose your job, you might lose
Hmm.
this relationship. So I think for context, fear, especially fear to speak up. It's just your brain trying to tell you that if you say this thing, this is going to be the negative outcome. So the brain mostly predicts loss or danger and then tries to prevent you from carrying out that action. So when you ask an instance where I was afraid to speak up, or where I feared for my life, I feared for the consequences, I didn't know what's going to happen next. I think it would largely depend on my relationship, my past relationship, right? And if I'm going to really hit it on the head, it will be marriage. Okay.
Hmm.
So I was in marriage, okay, and fear of what the community will say, what the society will say, fear of I am from a Christian home. I don't want stigma. I don't want problem. Uh-uh. People think I'm intelligent. So how is it that I'm not able to apply intelligence to sustain this marriage? There was a lot that I thought of. I was like, no, I don't want this stigma. I don't want society will say. There was great fear of speaking up or fighting for the form of oppression that I was undergoing in marriage, violence,
Hmm.
you understand, abuse. So it was difficult for me to say, to be very factual. Like you said, a lot of women are still undergoing things like that, undergoing abuse. Some are not married, they are in relationship that is yet to lead to marriage. They are being abused. Some in the marriage, they are being
Hmm.
abused and all of that. So somehow
Hmm.
the fear of I don't even know where to go. Okay. I don't know how to
Yes.
start life from. I can't go
Hmm.
back to my parents' house. What is the life ahead of me? Is this
Hmm.
will my income be able to sustain me? What will I do? I had lots of uncertainties. But I'm here today. I'm able to speak about it, okay? Because
Yes.
I think
Yes.
I have not just I think I have crossed that bridge, and
But
that was a
yeah.
major point of my life where I would say I was really, really afraid.
Hmm. Thank you so much, Ms. Joseph. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you,
Okay.
thank you, thank you. So that part is deep.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing that part because it's
Yeah.
deep. Yes, there are
Yeah.
so many
Okay.
people, there are so many women that are going through that stage also.
Mm,
In fact, let me just say our parents endured. I don't think they enjoyed
mm,
marriage. They just, are you
mm,
here? I'm doing it because of my children.
mm,
I'm still here because of my children. I remember some years
mm.
ago, I told my mom, go to your father's house. If marriage is not compulsory, go to your father's house. She was like, you will not understand. I said, you know, as if you are happy. You know, there are times husband and wife, they just, will I call it love, or they get used to each other. And at one point in time, what you are doing, the complaints keep getting, coming. And as a small girl, I feel like, since you are complaining to me, that means you are not happy.
Mm,
I live now.
mm,
But now, maybe let me just say I know better. Theirs is
mm,
complaint is not violent, it's not domestic violence. It's just form
mm,
of, will I say is I love you, but I must say this. What you are doing, I do not like it, that kind of play. But there are so many people that have gone
okay.
through this kind of thing, and they feel like you said, that where will I start from? What would people say? What would the society say? If I take this step
Yes,
today,
sorry to cut you. Yeah, yeah, sorry to cut you. If I'm
all
going to
right,
even list out, if it is not going to be my personal experience, there are several
yes,
other reasons why we are afraid to speak. Okay, I don't want to look stupid. So for that reason, I don't want to say anything. Okay, I don't
hmm,
want to cause conflict. I don't want us to fight. Mizumi, you and I were
yes,
friends, and if I tell you this thing is going to hurt you so much, for that reason,
hmm,
I'm afraid to speak. I don't want to be misinterpreted. I don't want to be rejected. I
yes,
don't want to be labeled. I don't want to face the consequences because sometimes, not even sometimes, most times, you are free to speak, but you are not free from the consequences of speaking. We know that,
yes,
right?
so
So,
yes,
yeah, so
I
you must be
know.
willing to face You must be willing to face the consequences of speaking up. So some of
mm,
those fears are what makes us not to the short-term friction. You don't want
mm.
it will. Do you know sometimes the consequences we have relationship shifts. The relationship shift, it could be from making it weaker to stronger, or
Yes,
from stronger to weaker.
yes,
If we are friends now,
yes.
if I speak up to you, our relationship can become better from speaking up,
Mm,
and our relationship
mm,
can also diminish. Our relationship can also be affected from my speaking up.
mm.
I hope you get my point. Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So yes, fear of
But there
being
are some.
wrong.
Yes, so that so some people, I just feel like maybe somebody like me. If you tell me the truth, I'm going to take it. Or maybe should I call it growth? Or I've been there.
Okay.
I want myself to improve. I remember the last time
Okay.
I did a training and you were there, I asked you what did I do, how did I do? And you gave me feedback, even though
Mm.
I did not come back to say the doctors I've done my assignment, even though even though I did not do
Okay.
that assignment. But those are
Okay.
feedback that we take. I know that
Mm.
even if I'm in the wrong, they are going to tell me that I'm wrong, no
Mm.
matter how hard
Mm.
it is. Those are the kind of people,
Mm.
you know me now. I used to cut people off. Tell me to my face
Mm.
what I've done.
Okay.
I would rather that I think we in organization we meet ourselves in a place where when they are talking because you don't want to be wrong. I understand that point that you said.
Mm.
I will just keep quiet.
Mm.
You understand? We'll just keep quiet. Mm.
Yeah.
What do you people think? Yes, it's okay. What do you think we should have to eat? The way you have said it is okay. Because of the kind of environment that we meet ourselves. If you get to a point where sometimes you want to talk, sometimes you just look at the environment that you better keep quiet, shut up, don't say anything. Because I remember when you came newly to let me not make it as the school. When you came newly and you were speaking, I was like, this lady did not know anything. This lady did not know anything. Then when we were in the meeting, the doctor will say, hope I did not say too much. Hope I did not say too much.
Actually, that's the evaluation part of it. Okay.
Yes,
If I come to you and when I am somebody like that, and it is still part of the things I'm going to share, talking about how to own your voice, there should be a time
yes.
for reflection, and you should also have people around you that will evaluate. No, this you did, you've gone overboard. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm,
self-evaluation is part of the process of speaking up. Ask people around that are your allies, okay? Did I
mm,
go overboard? You know, I might not know, I might be wrong. So that's just one of those things.
mm. Thank you so much. So if you have
Yeah,
questions
yeah.
for us, for Miss Dorcas, you can drop it in the comments.
Mm,
I will read it to her.
mm,
So Miss Dorcas, so do you think fear of
yeah.
expression is learned or experienced over time? Do you think we learn it, fear of expression, how to speak? Do you think we learn it or experience will make you to speak up at a point in time?
Mm. To respond to you, I'll say both, okay?
Mm,
It is something you can learn because there are processes to this. You can learn it mostly as you're learning it, it is an experience. So you get better as time goes on, you get better with speaking. So starting
mm,
with it is about learning it. There are procedures to learning how to own your voice. Once you have that thought in your mind, that's your opinion. Sometimes people mistaking speaking out as a antagonizing. No, that is not what
mm, mm,
speaking out of freedom is. It doesn't mean you are out to antagonize. Okay. Now you have an opinion. Something is wrong, and you are seeing it. Everybody cannot be talking, Mizumi, because if
mm.
everybody is speaking out, it is going to be a noisy world. It's going to be very
Yes,
lousy out here. So
yeah.
just few people that pick up that courage, but you can be part of that few people. You can. lend a voice.
mm,
Reasons being that, okay, let me cite an instance. One of the new jobs most of us have on social media now, you post a video, you go to the comment section, right? You go to comment
yeah.
section to go and start reading comments. While going to read comments, has it ever happened that something on your mind, you are seeing it that somebody has typed it? Mizumi?
Yes, yes. Yes,
Eh?
yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes. Now, what that says is that there is no opinion you have that is just peculiar to you. You are not the only one thinking it. So there's nothing special
Mm,
about that thing that you have to say. Okay.
mm,
But somebody has to say it. Somebody has to say that perspective. Okay. So as
mm,
you are thinking it, if you are not the first, it does not matter. If somebody goes
mm.
ahead of you to say it, fine. But if you are the first to say it, people are waiting for you to say it. So why don't you
Yes.
think it is you that the world
Hmm.
is waiting for to bring
To
out your
say,
voice on this matter? So
hmm,
when you say, is this something we can learn or something that we develop over time? You can learn it in a way that, okay, this there's something wrong in this place. What is my opinion concerning this thing that is not going out well? What is my opinion?
hmm,
Because sometimes people that speak up, it mostly seems like it is contradiction. Okay, you're trying to contradict authorities and all of that. Yes. So
hmm.
what is my opinion? That is how to learn. It is from there you learn to start speaking up. So what is my opinion? That opinion you have, don't be afraid.
Say,
I
hmm.
while I was making a point, I said you do not own a voice you have never used. So if you have never
Yes,
used the voice, how would you know that you have a
you
strong
have
voice?
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that your
Hmm.
opinion, just say it. And when you're about to say your opinion, don't just say it in an aggressive way or antagonistic way. No, I don't agree with this point. No, 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 you don't come out like that. So there are steps to how you learn it. There are phrases you can use. Maybe they have said something in a meeting you think you don't agree with. You say, excuse me, there's probably something I missed out from this conversation. So when you say it
Hmm.
subtly like that, people that are listening to you, they should, even though in some cases some people see you as antagonistic, but they should
Yeah.
not see you as antagonistic. Yes. Then you start small from low stake meetings. It's from low stakes that you start saying, I don't agree with this. Don't go to just like the way you
Hmm.
said it now, I was in a meeting and then you were afraid for me that what I was saying was way beyond me, or you think I shouldn't be standing up to say this. Now, why I'm able to probably do that is because from from a younger age, okay, over time, I've been doing it stake by stake. So I've
Hmm.
grown to see that no matter the audience, no matter whose or hers will be God, okay, I will just have to say it. Okay, so
Yeah.
while learning it, I've said the first point that you should just say that opinion you have. Then next, I said start gradually. You don't start saying your opinion on a TED talk. Start with little,
Hmm.
little conversations like this
Hmm.
with your friend. Be honest, be stern. It must not be in a
Hmm.
meeting. When people know you for what you are, they say, okay, this person is not afraid to say the fact. This person is not afraid to say it the way it is. People
Okay.
begin to respect you and begin to identify you for that. For that. So permit me to still go on ways to develop it, or I should
All
pause
right.
for a
All
while.
right. All right. Please
Okay,
go on.
okay. Then there's something about separating your worth from the outcome. Okay, if it
Hmm.
comes out badly, you don't start being sad. I can stand up from a meeting and then what I have as my opinion is not in line with what the authorities want, okay? But
Yeah.
that does not define me. I just felt, okay, I felt this opinion I had could have made it better. But if you are seeing it differently, it doesn't define me. If I'm to
Hmm.
give you an instance, there was supposed to be there were at a workplace we're having serious issues concerning policy structure and all of that, and then I gave an opinion that okay, we could modify policies in this place. I think what we have is policy problem. Okay, there's a way we can go about this that we'll work on the policies and then maybe things will come in line, things will fall in place.
Yeah.
And then it was taken wrongly. Okay, And for
mm,
it to be taken wrongly, it doesn't define me.
yes,
So that is part of the ways to grow while you are
mm,
learning how to speak up, how to own your voice. That my opinion is not myself, okay? Then
yeah,
keep receipts of when you speak up and it went on well. You have asked me a question like that, and I also
yeah.
shared with you how I stood at a meeting and I was saying we shouldn't live on past glory. Miss Umi, was I wrong?
No.
So continue from there. So let's continue from there. So it just means that, yeah. So it just means that keep receipts. It will encourage you that okay, I have said it once and it worked. I
Mm,
was able to bring up an opinion that corrected some anomalies in this particular place. So when you keep receipts of those ones that you have said and it worked for you, to encourage you to say, okay, something is going on wrong here. I think I need to lend my voice. I must add my voice to what's going on
mm.
here. So that's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Doctor. Thank you so, so much. Sometimes we just need to say it.
Yeah.
You need to hone your voice. Like you said, if everybody is saying something, the world will be rowdy. Like social media now, everybody is a content creator. Everybody is showing how they can cook, how they can cook. Everybody, there are people that are packing children's food and packing the unrealistic
mm,
packing. So
mm,
everybody is trying to
mm,
make money. And
mm,
sometimes speaking up is different from maybe you want to benefit from it or you want to make money. You have opinion,
no.
you cannot say it. No.
Mm,
I know how it feels when sometimes you have the ability. Have you watched people
mm,
on TV speaking or
mm,
people that you are older than and you are seeing them on stage
mm,
speaking and you feel
mm,
like what is this one doing that I cannot do?
mm,
What is this person doing that he cannot do?
mm.
Like I said, some of us our background will not make us to go extra mile.
To come
Yes,
out. Yeah.
it's making us. It's like I don't want to use handicap. He's trying to tie our hand, our
Mm.
leg, like
That's
your background will
constraints.
not.
Yes,
Yes.
we actually we call them blockers, okay? Blockers for speaking up, for owning your voice.
Mm,
We have lots of blockers for owning your voice. The first blocker for owning voice is culture. The
mm,
culture doesn't want you to speak, especially maybe
mm.
where it is relating with women. Understand?
Yeah.
Not even women alone. Culturally, there are a lot of blockers. There are things you cannot say because of culture, because you just look at it,
Yes.
this is not acceptable or this is acceptable. Another blocker, major blocker, is authority. Authority
Mm.
doesn't want you to speak because you appear confrontational. So even
Yeah.
if you want to say it, it'll be like, if you must say it, must you say it here? Must you say it in
Come
the
behind.
meeting? Can't you
Come.
come
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 behind
to
the
the
screen.
office? Can't you come behind the scene to come and say it? So authority is also a blocker. The authorities don't want you. There is no authority. Even I myself, okay, as an authority, I wouldn't want confrontation, and that is why
Mm,
this has to be structured. Okay, when you are going to be speaking up, make sure you're not antagonistic, because freedom to speak up is not disrespect. Is not
mm,
disrespect for authority. Yes.
mm.
Another blocker that I mentioned, that culture is a blocker. I said culture together with the society. Okay, even religion. I'm sorry,
Authority.
Mizumi. Religion is also a
Mm.
blocker. Oh. Some
Yes.
people will
So.
believe we agree that is me. Yes. Yes, okay. I can see somebody is commenting there that most people don't speak out due to fear of negative outcome. I can
This
see,
is
yes,
outcome.
thank you,
Yes.
Deborah, there. Yes, yes. People don't want to speak up because of the fear of negative outcome. I think we have
Mm.
mentioned that initially at the
Yes. Yes.
beginning of this,
Yes.
yes, while we're starting this
Because you don't know.
conversation.
You don't know.
Um,
You don't know what
I mentioned it
it
that
will
there are,
be.
there are, yes, yes. Now, and that is where freedom is going to come in, because we talked about the shifts. So while still talking about the blockers, right? Self-doubt is in line with what
Hmm.
this writer just said. Now,
Definitely.
you are
Yes.
not sure of yourself even. Okay? Your self-doubt is a blocker. Uncertainty, just like she mentioned right here, uncertainty is a blocker. Now, what is freedom? If you are going to really put this conversation into context, freedom is that capability that if this thing will go wrong, I know that this
Let it
thing might
go.
not go well, right? But even if it will go wrong, let it go wrong. But this is what I
Mm,
believe, and that is
mm,
freedom. Okay,
mm,
so freedom is not the absence of fear. You are
mm.
that inner within you. You feel, I might lose my job if I go and say this kind of thing at my place of work. I might lose my job, but you're feeling, even if I lose my job, is that
Mm.
the end of the world? You have
That's
gained your
not.
freedom. That
Mm,
is the
mm,
free person we're talking about.
Thank you so much, Miss Doctor. Thank
Yeah,
you so much. She
yeah,
said,
yeah.
even if I lose my job, that's not the end of the world. So
Mm-hmm,
many people are afraid of not
mm-hmm.
losing their job. I remember in
Yes. Even
2024,
if it is relationship, if I lose the relationship, it's not the end of the world.
it's not.
Okay.
Just say your
Mm-hmm,
truth. But
mm-hmm.
let me say something.
Okay.
Is I think background. I in my family, I can tell my mom that that thing that you did it's not good.
Mm.
But I discovered that's who I was. That's the way I was saying that
Okay.
no, mom, that thing that you did it's not a good thing. You did not do
Mm.
well. Then my mom said, I did not do well. No. Then I discovered that I was free to tell my mom that. But when I'm going out, my mom would tell me, that thing that we used to do at home, don't go and do it outside. Don't go and say it outside.
Don't go and speak.
You
Fear of
understand?
consequences, just like we
You
mentioned.
understand?
Yes. The fear of the
She knows
outcome.
that
Yeah.
I have the voice. I can talk. She knows that I will say
Mm.
it the way it is. But she will tell me, don't go and say it outside though. I remember the first time I was meeting my mother-in-law, my mom was telling me, don't, there's the way you will talk to her. Don't say this, don't say this, don't say that. I was not like, it's the person that I'm going to meet, not human being. I was say, no, it's not everybody that will take it
Mm.
that way. It's not everybody that will take
Yeah.
it that way. And she was actually right.
Mm.
The way I would talk
Mm.
is not the same way some
Mm.
people will take it. When you say that, you feel like,
Mm.
I'm just airing my opinion. It's my opinion.
Mm.
Some people feel like,
Yeah.
where did they get this one from? Or you want to outshine me? Like in place of work, you feel like,
Mm.
do you want to take my position?
Mm.
What do you mean? You want to outshine me?
Mm.
Because
Mm.
of the way you speak, his daughters. It's because of
Mm.
the way you speak,
Mm.
or some people will feel like, oh, she wants to take my position, or she wants them
Mm.
to fire me so that I can know that she's the one
Yes,
speaking.
that was what I've said about being antagonistic.
Mhm.
But let's now
So
look
many
at it,
people.
Mizumi, what freedom is not. Huh?
Hmm.
What freedom actually isn't. Sometimes we just feel it's not just talking that is freedom to speak up. Okay, you
Yeah.
to you analyze what you want to say. This thing that I want
So
to
what
say, how is it? How is it going to land? If am I
mm,
really saying what is objective? If this is
mm,
being said to me, is it
and I like it.
acceptable? So it's not just
Yeah.
talking. And freedom is not free of consequence. I think I mentioned that earlier, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
it
you
is the
did.
ability to accept the consequence that means freedom. And freedom doesn't mean you are right. You might be wrong.
Mm.
You can be talking in public, but you're saying the wrong thing. Okay,
One
but
thing, yeah.
that you are free to talk does not mean that you are right.
Yeah, right.
Then freedom is not also the absence of fear. You can be afraid and talk. And that you are free to talk does not mean they must agree with your opinion. You must not force
Mm-hmm.
you mustn't force
Your opinion on others.
agreement to yourself. And it is not a
Mm-hmm.
license to attack others. I think I said that.
Mm.
It's not a license.
Yeah.
So if I'm giving you my opinion, I'm not attacking you. I'm telling you how I feel. Let's reason this thing together, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. I think
Yes.
that is
Thank
what
you so much.
most
Thank you so much, Miss
freedom.
Doctor. You have Yoruba will say, I don't know, I don't even know the Yoruba to say sef. You have used one stone to kill how many birds? That's the English word. You have used one stone to kill so many birds. It's not
Okay,
you speaking
okay.
up doesn't mean you should be abusing somebody. You should be saying things that are not
Yeah.
sensitive, things that are not sensible. I want to talk, I want to talk. I am saying rubbish. I want to talk. I want them to know that I can speak. I can speak. And what comes out of your mouth is
Mm.
rubbish. There are some people that you see them in organization or in places. They are all their hand is always up. They will always want have one opinion or the other. At the end of the day, everybody will say and whatever that will comes out of that mouth will be rubbish. Freedom or speaking doesn't mean even before you speak. I think that's part of public speaking skills. I think you need to analyze what you want to say before you say it. Put yourself in
Mm.
anybody's shoe. What if this one is coming to me? How am I going to take it? If I'm in that person's
Oh,
position, it's
network.
table turn. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I guess I missed that. I missed that. I missed
Okay,
that. The network
I
is.
said if you are in a place and you are raising your hand up every time and people just know that this one is nothing to say, you just show up, you just want to talk.
Okay.
You must say
Mm.
something. You just want them to know that he's here. And you're
Want
not
to
saying
notice me? Okay.
sensible
Okay.
things. And there are times that you have something to say. Just say your mind. Say it.
Mm.
And there are so many things
Yes.
and in this country that we found ourselves in today, so many things are happening but we cannot speak up. It's just
Mm.
it's painful.
Mm.
We
Yeah.
our culture has made us to feel like I will not say anything. And
Mm.
it
The
has become
culture
like
of silence.
of silence is now here now. So many things are happening that you can hear your opinion, but you don't know what your opinion can wait for you the next 10 years. That's one thing
Mm.
about this country. Whatever opinion
Mm.
you have on social media, you don't know where the
Mm.
opinion is waiting for you. Maybe in the
Mm.
next 10 years, 20 years, you are going to be uh run for any political office or somebody want to help you, a politician just, oh, I like you, want to give you commissioner or whatever, and they will go and open your profile. I said, if you want to become big or become famous, don't do anything bad because the people have a
Mm.
way of digging up your past. You
Well,
speaking of can
actually,
be
we've talked
continue,
about
continue.
those blockers, things that don't want you to be
Yes,
those
yes.
blockers that don't want you to speak up. But then now let's wait. What are the consequences of staying silent? Okay, if you
Mm,
are afraid of things like that and you don't want to speak, ideas might die. Okay, and
mm,
for the fact that you don't want ideas to die, you have to speak. Don't let that idea die. Opportunities might be missed. I said it that freedom has consequences. Also, fear also has consequences. So the
mm,
consequences of fear, if you're afraid to talk, if ideas don't die, opportunities might be missed, resentment might build. That person that is doing wrong and you don't like the wrong the person is doing, you don't talk about it, you will begin to dislike the person.
the
So
person. Mm,
resentment builds because you are unable
mm.
to speak your it is
Your
that you have in
mind.
your
Mm,
mind.
mm,
Train people
mm.
to also ignore you because as you don't talk, do we know what we have in your head or in your mind? So it is when you speak. So silence does not help. You also lose respect for yourself. You just accept anything. What they are doing to us now is just because we are not talking. If people stand up to
Mm.
talk, there will be before people treat you anyhow, they know that okay, you're not going to take it. I think they'll think twice before approaching you with whatever advances they have. So there is fear
Mm, mm.
for keeping quiet. So, Mizumi, as I'm just taking over the conversation, it is also very
Yes.
important before we round that I mention, yes, it is very important that I mention the advantage of speaking up, okay? Even if we have mentioned it before in the course of our conversation, it is very important for us to know why it is important to speak up. We said it that
Or to
speaking up
speak
is
up.
not aggression already, right? Then most people
Mm-hmm.
are relieved that somebody has finally said my mind. Oh, thank God. This thing will
Yes.
spoil if people don't do it, if you don't adjust. Oh, and someone stands up
Mm.
to say it the way it is you have in your mind, you'll be relieved. You will be happy that
Hmm.
somebody has taken this
I said the
opinion
same
up.
thing.
Then when you are in a meeting, meetings feel shorter because you feel heard. People, you've brought up your opinion. People, other people have contributed to it. Meetings stay long and then deliberating over what not because you have already tried to bring in your own input too. Relationships
Hmm.
become more honest. It is an advantage of speaking up. Don't die in silence. Speak to
Hmm.
your spouse. Speak to your partner. This thing that is going on here, I don't like it. They'll tell you communication. Communication is your voice. So speak it. It's not that thing you are having in your mind or in your head. Speak it out. Talk to your partner, to your authorities. It will make relationships more honest. Then you stop repeating conversations at 2 a.m. I am that person. If I have to talk to you, if I'm not able to say what is on my mind, I will not be able to sleep. 2 a.m. I'll start recalling what I was supposed to have said during that conversation we're having. So, but if you had the opportunity to speak up, you will not need to be having sleepless nights over what you were supposed to have said. Problems get
Oh my network. It's rainy over here. I think it's raining. It has stopped. That's why we're having network issue. His daughters have said so many things. He has mentioned a lot of things. He has really mentioned a lot of things. We are in a position where we find ourselves not able to talk anymore. I said network is dealing with us in Abuja
but we
today.
are fine. I think we've done a little justice to
Yeah.
this. Mm.
Thank you so much, Miss Daughters. You have ticked most of the box. I think we are still going to have this conversation some other time. So you are just joining
Okay.
us. You are just joining us. This is Desirable Voices, where we speak our mind. We speak up. Real conversation. We share our opinions without holding anything back.
Mm.
And today, Miss Daughters has done justice to from fear to freedom, how to speak up and own your voice. Don't die in silence. I don't want to say it. I don't want anybody to know. The people will say, oh, because I respect you. Because I respect you. I don't want, I know what I will say, but because I respect you, I will not say anything. Like Ms. Doctors have highlighted, cultures are one of the blockers that made us so fearful. What if I talk and you see so many people that are speaking on social media and they'll go to their house and carry them. In your mind, you say, who is my father? That I will not call and talk and they will come and carry me. So there are so many things, the
Okay.
societal factors that will make people to say, let me just mind my business. Then at the end of the day, you are minding your business. We minding our business in this country has turned to a global problem.
Mm.
Everything is spoiling. Yes. Apart from this country, even in families, you're seeing problems. You're seeing problem as a child. I remember some years back, I was telling my mom something like, this it doesn't make sense. This, that, don't do this. Blah, blah, blah. They said, you don't know anything. You have been married. You this small girl. You don't know anything. I was just like, as a girl, I feel like that thing was wrong. It's not supposed to be. There are better way to do this. But she felt like you're still young, you can't do it. Years later, maybe some 5 years ago, my mom told me that, that thing that you said, you were actually right. Just imagine when I was 12 years old, I was saying this thing. I'm in my late 30s,
Mm.
and my mom is telling me, that
Mm.
thing you said that you have been saying is now that I understand what you're saying. Age does not mean you are wiser.
Mm.
Age does not mean you are wiser. That's one thing I've learned in this life. A child of 20 years old, 15 years old can advise you, can see things from another perspective that you're not seeing. But in our
Certainly,
society,
certainly.
you feel like, do you know how many years I've been here? You this child of yesterday. And the children that we are breeding now, they are not afraid of you.
Mm.
They are not, they are not,
Yeah.
they are not afraid of you. They're going to say it. You want to take it or you want to leave it. I will say my mind. You cannot kill me. They are going to say it. Then that's their opinion. It's you that you know that that's it that you say, no, maybe she'll have said it this way, she have said it that way. But we can't keep telling people to stop talking. We
Mm.
cannot also let fear made you to be dumb. You can be
Silent.
talking normally as if be silent. You don't need to be
Yeah.
silent. Like my daughters have highlighted, say it.
Mm.
No matter what happens, there's always consequences for everything. It might be positive, it might be negative. Something must happen.
Mm. Yes.
Something must happen. I remember before I go, let me say this.
Mm.
I remember my former place of work that we worked together. I remember something happened, and one of the guys there wanted to dupe a lady. Then I told the person, speak up, go to this person, go to this person, say it. And the guy went ahead and he said what the guy was sacked because of that event. He speak
Mm.
up. When they said, give me list of people that want to lay off, we need the girl's name was there. She was not supposed to be on that list. In fact, she was initially not on that list. But because she speak up, she was sacked. I was pained because I actually asked her to speak up. For years later, I that was
Mm.
pained. I was sacked because of this same person.
Mm. Mm.
What did he say? He said,
Mm.
no, she has been, if he was like, it's either they sack you or they sack me. Because
Mm.
he knew that I was behind somebody speaking up against him for a long time. He took it up, he held it like his life depended on it. So sometimes
Mm.
we feel situations like this made us to feel like, don't let me see anything. It made people to just
Mm.
say, let's just be looking, let's just act like it's normal. Life goes on.
Mm. Yeah.
But don't let that
Yeah.
stop you from talking. I was sacked, yes. Am I better than where I was that time? It's better they sack me. In fact, I'm better. The sack brought out something in me. Yes. The
Yeah.
person that got me
That
sacked
is
now is still
freedom.
there. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, I am.
That is the
The person is
freedom we're
still
talking
there,
about.
living his life.
Freedom.
Hmm.
That's the freedom we're
Continue.
talking about. Freedom is not fear of consequences. So even in the presence of fear, you can have freedom. Yeah.
Hmm. Thank you so much, Miss Doctor. My book is still filled up.
Thank
Oh.
you so much.
But
Okay.
tell us, what's the final encouragement you will give a woman still waiting for permission to speak?
Huh. You don't need permission. If you need permission, it
Hmm.
is no longer freedom. You don't
Hmm.
need permission to speak up. If you need permission, it is not freedom. So
Hmm.
just like freedom is in different contexts, but if it is about speaking up, if you say, should I say this? You are not even permitted to apologize for your opinion. It is your
Yeah.
opinion. So you should not apologize before bringing it up because this is what I feel. So women should learn to speak up. Your perspective has a right to exist. Your
Hmm.
perspective has a right to exist.
Hmm.
And let me tell you, the world will test it if you know what you are doing. They'll test that your decision. Do you know what you mean? Do you know what you're about to do? Do you know the
Hmm.
consequences? The world will test you. So it is your right to prove it. You
Hmm.
prove it that yes,
Hmm.
this was my opinion and I know what I'm doing.
Thank you so much, Miss Dorcas. Speak
Yeah.
up, people. Thank you so much. Thank you for
Yeah.
your time. We have spent 1 hour and it feel like
Yeah.
it was 30 minutes that we've not spent enough time.
Okay.
Yes,
Mm.
Miss Raina, thank you for joining us. Thank you. Miss Raina say, but do we say, but why do we say sorry every time? Yes, we are used, I think it's cultural. We're always quick to say sorry. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. I think it's our culture that make us to
Hmm.
become sorry for everything, even when we are not supposed to be sorry.
Yes.
We are sorry.
Yes. Please cut the apologies. You're stating your opinions. Go to the point
Hmm.
respectfully. Go to the point respectfully and cut that apology.
Hmm. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for joining us. Miss Goshraina, Miss the parent love, Mrs. X. Thank you for joining us. Thank you everybody. Even the Miss Tina. Thank you. Miss Deborah Ogunbi, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, Miss Doctor. I've had
My
a
pleasure.
we had a wonderful session, and I wish this session will not end. Let's continue this conversation because this conversation we really, we really need to speak it. So on that note, yeah, this
It's
is
just the
the
network.
end of the show. Is the end of
The
the
network is also
show.
a blocker. Network doesn't want us to speak up.
Network too, yes. Maybe because
Okay.
Raina said, I'm never sorry. People think I'm proud. When you speak up, they'll feel like you're proud. Well, I've heard of that proudness many times. Call me proud, it's your business. But we need to say our mind. Miss Duckers, are you there?
That is freedom. That freedom we're talking about is she has I just it is Reina is just telling us now that she has attained that level of freedom. Not being sorry
Hmm.
just means this is my opinion. It's not you don't have to be sorry in your opinion.
Hmm.
People would claim you as proud, okay? That's
Yeah.
misrepresentation. But your freedom doesn't care. Your freedom
Hmm.
does not is not afraid of what people think, especially when it comes to pride. When you know that what you're saying is the right thing, please hold on to it. Thank you, Miss
Thank
Rahina.
you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Raina. Thank you, Miss Dorcas. So we have come to the
My
end of
pleasure.
the show. The May edition. Next month is my birthday. The June edition is going to be loud. You don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss that. Thank you so much, Miss Dorcas. And if you're yet to subscribe to the channel, please do. Click on that link, subscribe and share with your loved ones, share with your friends, the women in your community, people you know that need to hear this, people you know that they have the voice but they are not speaking up. There are so many people that you feel like, oh, you can do it, that they feel like, oh, I cannot do it. Sometimes all we need is push. We need somebody to push us, somebody to tell us that it's okay, somebody to tap us and say, you can do it, it's okay, go ahead, take the stage, you can do it. That's all we need sometimes. And you can be that person that will set that standard for somebody. You can be that person that will push somebody to their best. You can be that person that will bring out the best in people. The best. Some people don't know what they are capable of. That's it. So many people don't know what they are capable of. So people are hiding from what the society will say. What if? What if? What if? At the end of the day, life is slipping away. Life is going. Then, like Miss Doctor said, everything you have to do, somebody also have opinion about it. Whatever you feel like, oh, even the Bible said, if we are not going to be useful, God can raise a stone in place of you. So instead of you now sitting down, God raising a stone, I think it's time for us to stand up, own our voice, speak up, so that our society will be better. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. Thank you so much, Miss Dorcas. I will see you some other time because I'm still going to call you back. Thank you. Bye,
All right, it's a pleasure.
everybody.
It's a pleasure. Thank you
Bye.
so much. Thank you. Bye.